Oh, oh man, this is bad. The whole bike's downhill. I don't know if I'm able to get this up on my own. Are you serious? So far away from everything else. Oh no. Oh my god, it's heavy. If this thing breaks while I'm out, then I'm kind of stranded.
Oh crap, it's not turning on.
The last couple of months I've been developing this portable DC charger, and I got it working on public stations, and so now I'm ready to see how this thing does out on a real world adventure. I'm gonna be taking this thing over bumps, or not bumps, but on really rough terrain. We're gonna see if this thing can hold up. Now, where I'm going, there's no fast charging. There's only a few level 2 stations, and so if this thing breaks while I'm out, then I'm kind of stranded. So a couple 100 miles today, maybe 100 to 200 miles. I don't really know. It's gonna be slow going because I'm gonna be going through the mountains. I'm excited to see what this thing can do, how it's gonna open up more places for me to ride.
You don't really know if something works until you stop controlling the conditions. Up until now, this charger's lived in a pretty safe world. Predictable stations, short tests, easy exits if something didn't go right. Today, none of that exists. Just a long stretch of road, a lot of elevation, and a piece of gear that hasn't proven itself yet.
Wow. What a view, huh? From here on out, once we get through this pass, we'll be going up and over a whole lot of terrain. So this is like the only time of the year where you can see the river from the road. You know, during the summer, this is all covered up in vegetation and leaves and stuff. It's such an epic pass to ride through. It's one of my favorite roads to ride on, kind of close to where I live. I mean, isn't that amazing? It's incredible.
Sometimes it's the little pauses that don't feel important at all.
Put the drone up in selfie mode. Let's see if we can't take a cool photo right here.
A quick stop for a shot, a bite to eat, just enough time to slow things down before getting into the real riding.
And it gives you a countdown. Click. That's so awesome. And the road's amazing too to ride on. Oh my god.
Normally, I'd skip right past moments like this, but something about today feels different.
What a great day for an adventure.
Like it's worth taking a second before pushing on. So I do. I didn't know it at the time, but that small decision would end up changing a lot more than just the pace of the ride.
But so now we've got some good country roads to ride on. My first charging stop, which I've been to before, Fort Lewis Lodge, fantastic place to go stay. They've got solar powered charging there, which is really cool. Confirmation from the owner that it's cool that I stop there and charge.
This is where the real test starts. Gravel, elevation, no safety net, just the bike, the charger, and whatever the mountains decide to throw at me.
Another thing is that I definitely picked the wrong jacket. This is like a summer jacket. It's like a mesh material. It's definitely cold, and I'm still in the valleys, and so it's only going to get colder as I get higher in elevation. So definitely regretting my my outfit choice. Should have gone for a little bit of a warmer option.
It's funny how quickly things can shift out here, though. 1 second you're locked in, following the plan, and the next, something small pulls your attention just enough to knock you off course.
Wait, am I even on the right? Oh my god. I'm not even on the right road.
Most of the time, it's nothing. Just a wrong turn, a quick correction, and maybe a couple extra minutes on the clock. But every now and then, those little moments have a way of lining things up differently than you planned.
I think I have to go back to where those trucks were.
Like that.
Is there?
Yeah. It literally just fell like 5 minutes ago.
Are you serious?
It fall. I gotta cut it out here soon, but we literally just watched it fall.
And it's
Get around it or not.
oh man. Well, if of all the people that could be here, you're probably the best one to be here. These guys are like having a meeting or something. I don't want to like go bug them and be like, hey, can you guys come cut this tree? So just trying to be patient here. Taking some photos.
I don't have very good luck with trees on these trails. There always seems to be trees blocking my path.
Righty. Let's hope that that is the only one. Oh my God, it's heavy. Use your legs. So I can hear the some of the elements or the components of the charger just kind of rattling away in there. You gotta put things through its paces. You gotta stress things out to see what's gonna happen in certain situations. So I just hope that this specific ride wasn't too much on this unit before I have to use it here in a little bit. Just trying to get a little technical. Got some rocks and stuff to go around, but I mean, nothing too challenging. And I'm just worried about that charger rattling away back there. Just unaware that I'd be going up this. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. And look at that. Only one for miles and miles and miles. Insanely beautiful ride. Look, we're gonna keep going up the up. And the rattle noise changes, so I know that something is moving around back there. I desperately need to make some, oh God, some braces for it inside.
There's a rule in riding that sounds simple, but it'll get you every time if you ignore it. Where your eyes go, the bike follows. Out here, that matters a lot more than people think. One bad line, one wrong glance at the wrong moment, and things can unravel fast. And sometimes you don't even realize you already made the mistake till it's too late.
Huge one. Whoa. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh. Oh.
The camera never really shows how steep this is, but this one earns some respect. I've got the bike pointed downhill, sitting on a camber with a whole lot of nothing I want to end up in just a few feet away.
Oh man, this is bad. The whole bike's downhill. I don't know if I'm able to get this up on my own.
Not exactly the kind of spot where you take your time and think things through. And this is where all those right way versus wrong way arguments kind of fall apart. You'll hear people swear by picking it up facing the bike. Others will tell you that turning your back is the only way. But out here, none of that really matters. Because when the ground's uneven, the bike's loaded, and the margin for error is basically zero.
I just need to get it to where it's not facing downhill. I'll take this off.
There's only one method that actually works. And it's the one that gets the bike back up on its wheels without making things worse. The ridge drops off into the next valley, and somewhere down there is the lodge. The first real chance to find out if this whole setup actually holds together when it counts. But the whole way down, there's that thought in the back of my mind that that fall wasn't exactly gentle. And if something in the charger didn't like it, this is where I find out. So I roll up, get everything set up, plug it in.
There we go.
And nothing. Power's there, but the bike's not taking a charge. For a second, that sinking feeling hits. But this isn't new. These bikes, they're basically computers on wheels, and sometimes they just need a reset. So I pop the tank cover off, pull the main fuse, give it a second, plug it back in.
Come on, baby.
And just like that,
here we go.
We're back in business. For a day that didn't exactly go to plan, it still proved everything I needed it to. The charger worked, bike made it, and the places in between, well, that's kind of the whole point.